So, last time, the party dealt with an uncovered and ancient vampire. After a brief conversation with it, Malgan swiftly attacked the vampire at the rest of the party's dismay, turning the weakened undead and binding it with stone. More questions were asked. A bargain was struck before Jax dispelled the vampire's stone bindings, where Malgan, just as swiftly as before, guided by God above, plunged his stake back into the vampire's heart, paralyzing him once more. After that, the Kirkstein arrived quickly to deal with the situation and take the vampire away, leaving the party to finish their quest and enjoy the rest of their downtime. That brings us to where we are now, which I believe you guys went to bed and got a long rest. And it's
I think I went into the stone.
Yeah, so everybody wakes up the next morning with Forced Ring on your guys' person, ready to turn into him.
Where did we stay? Were we back at the responsible night?
No, you guys are still in that temporary pseudo prison.
House arrest. Did any new guards come to replace all those guards that got killed?
Yeah, the guards that showed up with the Kirkstein joined you guys, escorted you guys back to the house at night. And then those guards were relieved in the morning. Or how's everyone feeling after that vampire encounter the night prior?
I'm mad at Malgan. So I'm giving him the cold shoulder, which he'll probably never notice.
I was just gonna say that.
That's just how my character rolls. Not a lot of conflict skills.
And Malgan's not really one to try to pick up signals from people, so.
Well, I guess that's that.
Famously bad, I'd say, of taking hints from people.
What are your guys' downtime plans? You have that ring to turn in, and then I think you guys wanted to try to get Kanan's fine lifted at the Kirkstein.
I had discussed prior to the mission that if we do this, we can try to get that to happen, right? And was that something that wasn't set in stone completely, right? Or
he seemed like he would entertain the idea. I don't think
it wasn't decided, yes, we're gonna do this. It was let's see, you do it first, and then it was that kind of
yeah, it was definitely let's see what happens.
It's not priority on Malgan's list, but I mean, I guess that's the only objective I feel like he has right now.
Well, I think a lot of people want magic items, and he was adding to the price for you guys.
That's good. That's a good point.
So I think
I guess I could just kind of wake up and be like, all right, everyone, let's get this ring turned in so we can get to the shop. What was the name of the guy again? Sorry, I forgot his name.
The magic shop owner?
Yeah.
Kanan.
Oh, yeah.
That's Catan.
Get to Kanan.
Was it Catan?
It's close enough that's how I think of it.
That's why I just was thinking you were joking, but let's turn this in so we can buy our equipment at Kanan's shop. I'm in very high spirits.
Didn't I put in a work order for a disguise amulet?
Yeah, you backed out because there's a lot of money.
Yeah, okay, got you. Wigs are cheaper.
Lou did get something. You got you're getting your sword modified.
Yeah, that becomes a +1, right?
Yeah, I would make that a +1. Well, +1 would be different than a, because you said you wanted to give it an amorphous shape. Oh, it is Catan, not Kanan. My bad.
1d8 +4. But okay, anyways, I go turn in that ring.
Yeah.
Okay, you walk through town. It is sunny skies, warm, nice day.
Rare in these parts.
Yeah, very rare. And you guys feel somewhat refreshed from engaging that kind of dark, tense night of interactions, and walk through the city and get to the center of town where the kind of richer people live. Get to Forced Manor. You guys walk up and knock on the door, and after not long of a wait, some help in a nice looking tunic comes to the door and eyes all of you over and says, yes, who are all of you? What's your business here?
We are the Subterranean Expertise Team. We are here to return a ring that was found under the ground.
He looks at you and says, oh, you are the ones Sir Force hired to retrieve his ring. I see. Come in. He's currently having breakfast. I'm sure he'll be eager to share his scones with you. And he steps to one side and lets you all in. And you enter, and it's compared to Julius Manor, this is not quite as big, not quite as nice, but it's still definitely like the house of a rich person. It's very nice carpets over wood paneling with lots of like kind of these smaller tables have little trinkets on them that look like they're made of maybe not pure silver but close to it, and lots of trophies all over the place. It has very much like a like Hunter's Hall vibe to it. And you guys walk through and into a dining room where Forrest is sitting. He's sitting alone, eating some scones. Says, "Yes, welcome in. I heard there was quite the commotion last night in the sewers. I'm excited to hear what happened." And he kind of gestures to the seats around the table, and for you guys to sit.
To put it mildly, and I sit down and grab a scone.
I sit down at the further seat with my legs pointed in another area. I'm still annoyed.
So you sit like the opposite head of the table.
Yeah.
Jax is gonna sit with his feet nonchalantly on the table.
He like eyes you up and down, says, I would appreciate it if you didn't put your feet up."
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he seemed like his brow twitched, like clearly like annoyed by that, but then kind of looks over all of you again, says, "Do you have my ring?"
Yes, boy. Hand it to the man.
I thought you had it.
Do I have it?
I think I have it.
Jax
This
gave
is
it to
actually the
Lou.
conversation we have.
As you guys
Yeah, I
like
have
pat
it.
down your clothing.
I
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I pull it out of a secret pocket.
You pull it out and hand it to him, and he takes it in hand, looks it over, and says, "It's got pretty dirty, but that's fine. I can have it cleaned."
It was in the sewers.
Yes, that's very true. I'm just glad it didn't get swept away in the sewer water.
Imagine the chances that we could find it stuffing my face with scones.
It's like there's a big pile of scones in the middle of the table.
They're like a hunger meter, because mine is now completely empty.
No, but it does relieve some stress.
There you go. My stress is relieved.
So elephant in the room, or if they have elephants in this world, large animal in the room that we're not talking about. Why did we find your ring in the chamber of a vampire?
You see his brows like shoot up in surprise, says, a vampire? You found a vampire?
Have no fear. It is completely subdued. We took care of it.
Roll my eyes.
You see him kind of look around all you
I don't
guys and
do
then
it.
squint his eyes, like looking skeptically at all of you, and says, "You're not making things up to try to raise the price, are you? Everyone's heard of the child tales of vampires, and I very much doubt you all found one."
Very much doubt all you may, but you can speak with the Kirkstein. It was done. The four of us here are successful vampire hunters. Isn't that right, everyone?
I suppose.
Suppose all you may, boy.
I do.
Yes, well, you're all already getting a pretty pence out of me for doing this. Don't think you can raise the price for tall tales.
It's not a tall tale, but we care not about the price, frankly, if that helps you believe us.
Oh, you don't care then?
Oh, we care enough to get the price that was promised, but we're not going to milk you for what it's worth.
Well, I suppose that's fair.
Can I roll insight to see if this person's being deceptive about the vampire being a tall tale?
Yeah, go for it.
Good idea.
19.
Yeah, you look him over, and he seems to be telling the truth. He seems genuinely surprised, and skeptical
Really
about
surprised.
skeptical about what you guys are saying.
I'm gonna roll 2.
Insight.
Insight?
Yeah,
Even better.
not one.
Yikes.
You look him over, and the lighting is just really nice on him today.
Gotcha.
You look him really close, and you decide that you have a crush on him.
Is he looking good? Would I be into this?
He's like a normal weight dude with a kind of thicker beard, and wears a kind of hat that kind of sways that to one side, and has a relatively strong looking nose. If you're into him, that's up to you, but you
Okay,
know,
but what's his vibe?
you can't, you're distracted by his looks. Can't
What?
tell.
Yeah.
Is there
I
something
respect
like
that. I've been there.
good about his looks? Like, does he have a nice, like, intense stare?
You rolled a 1, you don't figure anything out.
Oh,
I can admire him.
Yes, exactly.
Can I roll for an admiration?
Yeah, roll a 20.
Deal, actually, I will do that. Hang on.
He's looking okay today.
not as good as me then. I think is what Melgan is thinking.
So he looks at all of you and says, well, I believe the agreed upon price was 500 for each of you.
Wait, now, would you actually have paid us more if we told you, if you believed us that we killed a vampire or subdued a vampire?
He kind of smirks at you and says, there's very little you could do to convince me of that.
But if we were to?
I'm already paying all of you quite a bit. I believe we should stick to our prearranged price.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just out of curiosity. If there was some way to prove that we did subdue this vampire, would you... I should almost be doing this with like a stuffed face, like sounding, but like, would you pay us more money if we were to prove that?
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
I also would like to roll a investigation check.
For what?
6,
Garlic on the table.
And
Like on the table, yeah, go for it.
Or garlic anywhere in
and
this
I wish
room.
I rolled that 18.
Yeah, he glares at Malgan and says, I'm already paying you all plenty. More than I really should be but this is important to me, so. Did you roll for garlic?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see any garlic.
Yeah, you don't see any garlic on the table.
Just, I respect the just not even saying it.
You look around, then you look at the noble, and the lighting is just really nice on him today.
Okay, this is gonna actually be useful. Lou is slightly paranoid at the moment because he was already correct with the vampire, and he is going to pick up a scone and rummage in his sack and pull out his silver cooking knife. While he, picked up the scone, cuts it, and get some butter on that knife, he's gonna see if the guy has a reflection.
Put some butter on that knife, bro.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception to try to get the knife just right to look at him.
Screaming right outside the apartment.
Perception.
Distracting.
Hey.
Okay, you look into the knife, and it does dully reflect his visage.
Checks out for me. This guy's not a vampire.
You see him snap his fingers, and a house attendant comes into the room, and he looks to the servant and says, "Bring the chest, would you?" And the house attendant nods and leaves for a few minutes, then comes back, looking visibly strained by the chest he's carrying, as it kind of like shakes around and makes that noise coins do when there's a lot in it, and rests it on the table and opens it up for the noble, for Forrest, and begins counting out in different like little groups 500 sterling for each of you.
Good man.
So I finally came up with names for the money. So a sterling is gold.
Wait, what? Hold on. Sterling is gold?
A sterling is a gold, yeah.
But sterling is literally the name of silver.
Yeah, sterling silver.
I'm using the sterling pound.
Okay. I won't forget.
I think the idea being that like it is not literally gold in the universe, right? It's just that it represents gold the way that it would.
Ah, right.
Yeah, the value of gold.
Right.
Because gold is heavy AF.
Yeah, sterling equals 1 gold in value, but it doesn't have to be gold specifically. A silver is a shilling. A copper is a pence. Platinum is a tenner.
How much? Oh, 1 platinum. So can I convert my money to be like more reasonable to me or no?
I convert your platinum to gold.
Like, cause I just have like a certain amount of gold and I want to like make it make sense to me. Like,
Are you just trying to convert everything to gold?
no, I want to convert everything to like a bunch of different stuff. And basically, am I allowed to convert my currency into like the same amount of currency, just in the different kind of quantities?
go to
I
the
can just
bank.
do that at any point. Oh, I have to go to the bank?
Sure.
Never mind.
Yeah, we do that all the time. Where if you have 5,000 gold, let's just 5 platinum or whatever.
I know this sounds insane, but I break it down like where I'm like, I have this much platinum, this much gold, this much electrum, this much silver, this much copper. Like I want to have it broken out so I can like like I want to have like a 5 in my wallet, like, and a 10 and a 20 and a 50.
Oh, you want to
Like,
pay
I
with
want
exchange?
Yeah, I don't want everything in like quantities of 100, basically.
Go to the bank.
The bank is swank. That's the new bank slogan, by the way.
What was the amount this guy paid us again?
500 gold.
each.
500 gold. That's it?
And that's decent. It's for finding a ring. You didn't know there was a vampire
Let's
there.
complain. I mean, we did take out that vampire.
Yeah, you You guys would know that 500 gold, like, that's 2,000 gold total. That's a lot of money.
You know, we never tried that ring on. So, Lou's counting his money. So, is that ring made of anything special? We decided to respect some privacy, and we didn't even try it on.
Roll persuasion.
Yelling.
We decided not to be assholes and respected your privacy. Yeah, that's a 23.
Okay. He looks and he says, "Well, it's made of silver. It should be pure, but the man who forged it a long time ago was being shady about the whole thing. But it should be made of pure silver with a nice emerald in the middle, and it's forged to look like a rose around the emerald."
Oh, well, Lou is thoroughly convinced that this guy is on the up and up.
All right.
Not a vampire, at least.
He looks through all of you and says, "Well, if our business is concluded, I thank you all for your service, and..."
Oh, I guess one last thing.
Yes.
Do you have any more jobs for us?
Not at the moment. Perhaps in the future. I'll keep you in mind.
Did you hear about? Oh wait, no, this isn't the right guy. Never mind. Sorry, ignore me.
Just still ask him anyway.
My good man, you must give a fellow good man your scone recipe.
Roll persuasion check. Who's drinking
Dax
water?
rolls his eyes.
Me.
Glug glug.
15.
15. No.
Oh gosh.
It hurts.
Hydrated.
15. He looks at you and says, "Yes, if you ask my servant before you leave, I'll tell him to give it to you."
Very good. Happy day. I go up to the servant and I ask for the scone recipe.
Okay. He disappears into the kitchen after giving you a nod, and then comes back out with a parchment written down with the recipe.
I'm adding that to my equipment right now.
Scone recipe. Okay.
You should inspect that for any sort of, like, help me, I'm being ransomed by a vampire.
I don't. Like, I don't do that.
Exactly how good of a baker are you?
Probably not good at all, but like I want these again,
Are you
so
questioning my credentials?
yeah.
I highly doubt that your cooking is better than our food that we get from beyond.
Oh, yeah. With that gem.
Are you saying this to the house?
No, I'm saying this to
Malvin.
To Malvin, yeah.
Yes, but this is made with our own hands. And I hold up my two hands and kind of crouch down. I look kind of like Danny DeVito, I feel like. And I just say that and walk away.
Our own hams?
Another eye roll.
Another did not notice it.
So what's your guys' plan after that? You guys could go to the Kirkstein and try to get Catan's fine lifted.
I think that's probably our best bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys walk through town. It's still pretty much the morning, so I won't roll for weather again, but it is still a pretty pleasant morning. You guys walk from Forest Manor over to the Wiltshire chapter of the Kirkstein, which is not far from where you were. It's all kind of in the center of town. But you walk to the kind of more circular fortress-like building of the Kirkstein, walk in, and you guys like immediately notice that the guards at the front look to all of you, stand up straighter, and kind of give you nods of respect as you walk by them.
Malgan notices this and is happy.
So you guys walk in, and then you walk over to kind of one of the side wings where the officers' offices are, and go and talk to, it's Sarah Licinius. And you walk in, his door is open. It's still early in the morning, so he's not really that busy just yet. You walk in, and he looks over all of you and says, "Oh, welcome back. I guess if no one else has, I'll be the first to congratulate all of you for the deed you did for the city last night."
Congratulations not necessary, but very well accepted.
Yes, well,
What he said.
is there something I can help you all with?
Yes, the fine on the merchant Catan. We were wondering if we could still have that lifted.
Yes, it's a little complicated based on
How so?
what he brought into the city. You see, he brought in a enchanted diamond of sorts that stores a great deal of magical power. If handled incorrectly, it could have devastated the city. I am willing to lift part of the fine, reducing it to 5,000.
What if we were to get rid of that diamond for you and take it out of the city?
It's already been removed from the city. Kirkstein have seen to that.
Is there anything else we can do to remove the remainder of this fine?
You could pay it.
We did,
but
well, that would be counterintuitive to what we.
Did you question this man on what their intentions were with this diamond?
Of course we did, but you can never trust a caster.
Isn't he a licensed caster?
Of course, but you can never be too careful.
Jax just gives a nod like, yeah, that's probably true.
His ignorance might have destroyed the city, so in my eyes the fine is more than fair, and only lifting half of it is more than fair for what he did. His value to the Duke bars us from doing anything more than giving him a fine.
Are they able to pay that fine? That seems pretty excessive.
What's the remaining value?
5,000.
Is
Yeah,
there
how is this-
something we can do to reduce that fine?
Hold on. Why is he mad at us for something he did?
Catan. He
You
didn't
guys
want
do
you
it?
guys to bring the diamond to the city. He wanted the crystal orb.
Oh, that diamond.
Yeah. I think I called it like a gem of power or something.
Yeah. I thought he independently did. It was that we brought that. Okay. Not that I'm telling this brave and noble guard here that.
He looks over on you
Team.
and says, I have little work for mercenaries. I'm a commander of the Kirksteins. I don't just hand out work to anyone.
Suppose we could go to the Hunters Guild again. Probably have something.
Now, Commander, you were discussing the idea of lifting this fine for just us finding the ring for the nobleman. However, we did you a service by removing ancient evil from the streets of the city. I'm sure our request can have a little bit more weight.
Roll persuasion at advantage.
Tight. That's a 6.
He looks you over and says, we're all deeply grateful for what you did, but what you stopped was on par with what he brought into the city. I'm already being nice by reducing the fine.
What if I offered you a recipe for scones?
They
You
are
see-
pretty good scones.
They're excellent scones.
He like furrows his brow and kind of like recoils a little bit, like, what the fuck? I don't want a scone recipe, Malgan.
Fair. Well, they are very good though. If you'd like him anyway, just let me know.
If that's all said and done, I have other business with you, Malgan.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
You see, he kind of takes a big like gulp of air and then stands from his seat, tries to stand like at attention a little bit before he looks at you and says, you have done exemplary work for the Kirkstein, Malgan, despite your misdeeds done. And
Yes, sir.
those above me believe it befitting for you to receive a promotion.
You mean a rehiring?
I am honored.
You see he's like clenching his teeth as he says this.
Do I really see it though? I mean, I am Malgan, so
Yeah, Malgan might not notice.
Do a perception check.
I can do that.
Yeah, if you want to do perception.
But I'm not trying to be fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't even notice. You know, he's just doing his usual like commander growl in your
Yeah.
eyes maybe. He looks to you and says, we'll promoting you to Knight Primus.
Sir, I don't know what to say other than
I don't know what
it
that
does
means.
feel deserved, and I appreciate the recognition.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Roll it.
Malgan can go ahead and roll intelligence.
All right, that's probably not going to be good for me.
Can I get a promotion if you're promoting non-Kirkstein
Just
now?
14, or 16 rather, just flat 16.
16. He looks at you, Lou, and says no. And then he looks back to Malgan and says, with the 16, was that plus anything?
No, just flat.
So Malgan would know that position and rank doesn't exist.
Oh,
It's kind of a weird, like, it probably makes you kind of raise one brow in interest. And he continues and says, your pay will be raised from 2 sterling a day to 3, and you will have access to 1 additional horse.
So you do have a salary.
hey, wait. So how much am I owed money?
Yeah. He then looks to you and says, we will also pay you for the time under arrest and during your time while you were assisting this odd bunch in defending the Duke's life.
Oh, that's not fair. He gets money for doing nothing, sitting in a house all day?
I could use a job.
Excellent.
He looks at the
sir,
rest of the group and says, if your friends cannot contain themselves, they can leave.
Friends. You've known me such a long time. Please respect the situation that's happening here.
boy.
These are adults talking.
Oh my goodness.
Lou just gives him the glare.
Boy, I'm sure you understand. I turn to the commander and I'm like, sir, the position name and frankly responsibilities elude me.
Yes, well, it is above knight, but still below my rank as captain. You will still serve
Yes.
me and carry out all my orders.
Yes, of course.
You're generally above the average knight.
Excellent. That's fantastic.
So he gives you a little coin purse of 96 gold.
Oh yeah.
And then he says to you, it is expected that you will be generally working apart from the chapter. You do not have the right to command men whenever you please, but you do have more autonomy in your actions.
Spectacular. That is everything I've ever wanted, sir.
Abuse it and we will take it away. Remember that.
Understood. Completely. Never again. The woman that put me in this situation has, unfortunately, been deceased, so it shall never happen again.
I should hope so. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
In his right mind.
You leave the office and part of Caton's fine is lowered.
Should we go back and see if that is good enough?
Really quick, I want to see Dorgu.
Don't you mean William?
William, but obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to hunt around for Dorgu?
Yep.
Hey, what's Melgan's reputation with William?
Like -70.
So William doesn't want to see you.
Obviously. That's what makes it so great.
So go ahead and roll a investigation check. Okay, you hunt around for about 45 minutes, kind of checking where the squires sleep, checking the stables, even like looking around in the main area. Seems he's not here today, or at least this morning.
Well, I shall find him another day. Actually, I could. Well, no, I'll find him another day.
Were you about to say you can message him?
Oh shit! Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Just your old boss just telepathy invade you.
I message Valgan, I message Dorgu. William. You know what? I message him, Dorgu, crossed out, William. Meet me by the stable.
There is no response.
That's it? Alright, well,
Yeah.
I'll find him another day.
You're getting ghosted.
Yeah, for real. Left on red, dude, what the hell?
What are you guys doing now?
Go shopping, I guess.
You want to go to Caton's?
I want to get a shield.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do you want to go
I
to
want
a
better
general...
armor.
I thought you already bought better armor.
What?
Did you not?
I don't have it.
Okay.
I still have light armor on my thing.
So do you guys want to go to like a general armor?
Yeah.
Wait, I also have medium armor.
Are we allowed to do that?
Guards are still following you guys around, but you guys can go where you please.
I want to get something good. I want to be able to take a hit.
So do you guys want to go to the hot hammer, the manic metal, or buy hammer in hand? Hot hammer is the one where Malgan tried to steal something from. So
Oh shit, I don't know
Let's
there.
not
Don't
go
go
there.
there.
Yeah.
Unless you're on an apology spree, Malcolm. It's up to
I
you.
guess I could be, actually. I just don't know if you guys want to hear it. Yeah.
What you gotta do though is you gotta meld into stone and come up out of the floor.
So
You're there
that
the
is
whole
not a
time.
good idea.
So it's the manic metal or by hammer in hand.
Does one of them have a better reputation?
Manic metal is generally considered a better smithy.
Go there.
Okay,
Yeah.
you go over and it's kind of in the outskirts of the central of the city, but still like in kind of the center. But it's also kind of the market or the market district as well. You know, built into the walls, not in like the bazaar type central area with a bunch of like thrown up stands. It's like an official building, and you guys walk in and you find there are a couple of teams of people working on forging swords, forging armor, and everything else they can before a half-orc man walks up to the front desk and looks over all you and says, "What do you all need today?"
I was looking for some organic armor.
Organic, huh?
Organic.
Something that's not made out of metal.
Some
Would
kind
you
of
have
helmet?
anything?
Metal is totally organic.
No,
I know, but like
it's a druid thing. They can't wear metal.
armor.
Oh, no animals were harmed in the making of this metal.
Actually, animals can be harmed in the making of it. That'd be great. I could take that.
Kind of like eyes you up and down and says, so what kind of armor are you looking for?
I'm just looking for something better than what I have, and something that's not metal.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
And I'd like something pretty light, if that's possible too. But I don't want to be too picky. I have medium armor.
Okay, what kind of medium armor?
Ooh, you're asking questions. It just says medium armor, my man.
Okay, well, I need to know what it is specifically, or
It says type armor, proficiency medium.
let me just look at your character sheet.
Oh, leather. I'm wearing leather armor.
Leather.
I'm also wearing leather.
Okay. He looks at you and says, well, something better than leather, but still light. All I can do is studded leather.
What would that improve for me?
So that would give you that would be an AC of 12 plus your dex modifier instead of 11.
For my dex modifier?
Yeah, 12 plus dex.
Would my armor class go up?
If you're going, yes, it would go up by 1.
Just one.
Yes.
Alright, how much do you want, man?
Looks to you and says, goes
Now we're here, Echo.
How about now?
Echo. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
He looks at you and says, it's about 45 gold. 45 sterling.
Let's do... Can you bring it down to 40?
Why should I?
Because it's not that much of an improvement over what I have now.
You see, he shrugs and says, sounds like a you problem.
Like a you problem, Mr. Sir. Come on, dude.
Say that.
Alright, fine, I'll go somewhere else. Fuck you.
He looks at the rest of you and says, is she with you?
Yes, she is.
Get the fuck out.
Wait,
Get out now.
my good man.
I don't need any attitude.
Please, we are.
Get
humble.
out. Or I'll call our
All right.
guards.
That's fair.
Sorry, guys. I'm not good with salespeople.
You should let me do that.
I really wanted a shield, guys.
The only place where we aren't banned.
There's other places, right?
Can I try and sneak out or can I try and make it look like I'm not with these people?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a deception check.
Okay, well that's gonna be bad. Yep.
What'd you roll?
Yes.
Ooh.
A 0.
Yeah, you try to like stand to one corner and try to like, look like you're apart from them, and he kind of like eyes you up and says, you too, get out.
Can I narrate something?
Yeah, go for it.
Because you see what I just rolled.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, let's say I'm doing my best, trying to browse, look around at stuff, and then Malgan just picks me up and takes me out. I rolled a 1 on deception.
Well, why don't we just go to that place where Malgan got in trouble, but then like not walk in with Malgan?
Well, they can't recognize me. I've cut my hair, my beard rather, and they're dwarves. They know how challenging that is.
Well, we're not gonna test that one with you, so.
So there's one more place you guys haven't burnt your reputation yet,
Sure.
and that's by hammer in hand.
You guys missed.
Wait, that's the place that I was at, wasn't it?
No, that was Hot Hammer.
Hot hammer.
Because it has hammers. Did you forget your hammer?
No, you guys haven't been to Cotan yet.
Yeah, right. Is Catan the only shop that would sell a cloak of protection?
Yeah, Cotan makes items, like magic items. Another guy makes like potions and scrolls.
What's more prestigious, hot hammer or hammer in hand?
Hot Hammer is the best like public smithy in town.
What's the best private smithy in town?
Manic.
You guys don't know.
Oh.
It's in the military district somewhere.
Let's go try the last shop.
Okay.
Well,
Wait, it's in the military
hot
district?
hammer is the one that's
You
better,
know
is what you
about
said, right?
It's also the one you stole from.
Yeah, that's fine. I cut my beard.
Wait, Jax, shouldn't you know about the private one if it's in the military district?
Would I?
Yeah, you would just know it as the Royal Smithy.
But I also would probably know that I probably wouldn't be able to get stuff for.
No, you guys, it's not public, so.
Yeah.
Should we try the hot hammer and?
Let's try it first. I mean,
You're in the Hot
worst
Hammer?
case, they kick us out.
Yeah, let us go in first though. You can come in after we make our deals.
No, let
Can I
me go
go
in
in-
first. If they kick me out, you can just go in after me. They won't know that you're with me.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Can I go to the other place while they all go to that one?
Yeah.
Never split up the party.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
But you can go to this way. You know what? This is just me talking. You can go to this one.
No,
then-
Jack splits up.
Yeah.
He opens the door to the other smithy. Hears a clack at the door and something hissing.
Are you serious?
No.
It's like not this crap, man.
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'll follow the party. I'm not gonna make this more complicated than it needs to be. It's just buying stuff.
Okay.
Jax immediately gets arrested again.
If we're there, I'm assuming I'll go in first.
So you go in
I
first?
guess I
Yeah, we're holding back.
party because we're all with guards.
Still, we're gonna hang out in the street while Malkin goes in and tests the waters here.
Yeah.
You go in and you see a couple teams of dwarves working at smithy units areas, kind of working away. They're not paying a ton of attention, and you see a younger looking dwarf. You see that like in this place there's no like teller desk. There is just like kind of this essentially just one big smithy, and then this one younger looking dwarf kind of breaks off from the rest and walks over to you and says, "Hey, what can I do you for?"
Market for armor, shields, those sort of things. Is that something you can provide here?
Yeah, definitely. We're one of the best in town, if you didn't know. What specifically are you looking for?
Oh, well, looking for plate mail if you have it.
Go ahead and roll deception real quick. Or,
Yeah, that's what I was waiting
yeah,
for.
deception.
I've been rolling so bad today. Let's see what happens.
After the vampire.
Yeah, for real. I rolled really well that day. Yep, just continuing that trend.
You
7.
see like across the smithy, you see this older looking dwarf. The guy that was like kind of talking you up to sell you some stuff that other night when you tried to steal something. Kind of look across the room, glare at you, and then like get down from his stool from like over watching the people working at the smithy, and just starts like marching over to you, like looking really angry. And then he,
All right, I clearly pick up on this, right? I've seen this.
yeah, you've seen this.
All right. I interrupt him before he can even. Now, my friend, I am here as a paying customer. I promise I have no designs on anything in this place. I was a foolish man, and I only offer my
Guilt.
deepest condolences and apologies.
I don't give a shit about your condolences. You ruined a perfectly good template.
Did I? Was it ruined? How?
It's not as brittle as actual armor. It was just a template, and you ruined it. And I want recompense.
That is fair. That is very fair. All right. Well, I can't offer you anything financially. I have none to offer. However, I can offer you my services. What is there? Is there anything I can do?
You see, he
I'm
shakes.
something of a smith myself.
See, he shakes his head,
I understood the reference.
and says, "The fuck is wrong with you, mercenary types? Not everybody needs something killed. Give me."
Well, I don't presume to want to kill anything. I simply wish to act as service. I have a scone recipe in my pocket if you'd like.
He shakes his head again, and says, "Why the fuck would I want a scone recipe?"
I don't know. I'm simply offering my services. That's what. It's not killing something, is it? So you see what I'm saying.
Making something.
How about this? Pay me 50 sterling, and we'll call it even.
Deal.
All right.
Good man.
So mark that off.
I'll even throw in another 5 for the trouble. I know it was not an easy situation for you, so I pay him 55.
Okay. Mark that off your money.
Yep, just did.
Says, "All right then." He kind of looks at the other dwarf and says, "You handle him." And he kind of walks back to his station of looking over the other dwarves. And the younger,
Thank you, sir. I tell the guy in front of me, we go way back.
the younger dwarf kind of just arches a brow at you and says, "Oh, all right. So what are you in the market for?"
Well,
Shield.
nah, shield would
I
be
want a
nice.
shield. Lou walks in. It's a shield.
Yeah. Do you guys?
Well,
does the rest of the party walk in?
were you guys listening to this? I was just about to
Yeah.
like figure out a way to get you back in, but all right, cool.
That's eavesdropping.
Okay.
Eavesdrop.
You all walk in.
I actually don't think I'm
Stop
even
getting
in
hit
the
so
market
much.
or something, ironically, but
So Lou and Jax are looking for shields, right? Okay.
Everybody could use a good shield, right?
And Jax wants a great shield, correct?
Yeah.
So he brings you over to kind of the weapons and armor racks and shows you this big, huge like lineup of 6 different great shields. They all look relatively similar. They're kind of like a kite shape, but just way bigger. Have like a pointed bottom, so you can like plant it into the ground, but like the base is like wide enough that it could still protect your legs. Most of them have like these interesting imprinted designs, just look like, you know, those fancy swirls to make things look fancy. And he says, yeah, average great shield is worth about 60 gold.
Yes, sir. Here you go.
He takes your money and hands you over one.
I want the smallest shield you got.
How much does a great shield weigh?
It weighs 20 pounds. And Lou's looking for a buckler.
Yeah.
He walks you over, like, next section to the great shields and hands you over this one that is like this, pizza-sized shield.
Yeah.
And it's a little big for you because most of the stuff in this city is designed to be handled by dwarves and humans. But it's still manageable, like, by you. It looks kind of like a normal-sized shield for you, actually.
That's the point.
It is not as, like, nice as the great shield, but it looks pristine, it looks brand new, it looks well oiled and shiny. And he looks to you and says, it's worth 10 gold. How's that sound?
Okay.
You mark that off your page and he'll hand you the shield.
Are we doing with the +2 or the shield varieties? Or either or?
Well, you said a buckler, so I'm gonna assume the varieties.
Okay.
So that's +1, but you can pair you with it.
Get that armor class up by a point.
After Ophelia seeing her dad dead on realizing that he was being used as a weapon against her, I think it's fair if your stress right now is at 10.
Understandable.
And the stress system, it's one of those systems where it's like, if you guys encounter something in game that you like think your character should take stress, like, be vocal. That's roleplay.
I'm not looking at the scale. Is 10 as high as it gets?
No, so it's your charisma plus your wisdom, not the modifiers, but the actual like full score. So you add that together, and that's your like threshold. That's like as all the stress you can handle.
Okay, your charisma plus your
Wisdom.
wisdom.
Ooh, there's that sanity box. We could use that.
Yeah, you guys can use that to track it.
Ophelia's going through a lot mentally right now. That's why she's a little quiet.
I think it'd be fair if the same goes for Jax, because he spent a bunch of time in jail.
Lou can handle up to 30. He's a pretty chill dude.
Max cannot handle up to 30.
Yeah, I don't know.
To get to Lou.
I don't know how much stress Malgan can handle, but from what I saw, Lou was the one that can handle the most. But you guys got your shields. Ophelia wanted some armor, right?
Yeah.
So the dwarf kind of looks to you and says, so what are you looking for? What do you need?
I'm looking for organic armor, something that's non-metal, better than leather.
Yeah, he looks to you and says, well, if you're just looking for like light leather stuff, you're already wearing leather, so studded leather, or maybe if you're looking for like a hide or scale.
Oh, I'd be interested in scale.
Scale. So that would be 14 AC plus 2 if you have a dex modifier of 2 or higher. But scale also gives you disadvantage in stealth checks.
I've never been that stealthy.
Yeah, this group doesn't seem very stealthy.
Well, okay.
It was all on Hans.
I mean, that's the best option, right? Are the other two options any better?
So hide would be 12 plus 2, so that'd be total 14. Studded would be 12 plus dex, like your entire dex, so that'd be 15. But that could scale better if you get higher dex in the future.
Okay, well, I'll go with the scale because that'll get me up to 16, and I'm not sneaky.
So he walks you over and presents to you this scale mail that looks like it's made more out of well, this is kind of confusing me about the game because scale mail technically counts as non-metal, but scale mail in actual history it usually is made out of metal.
Actual scales.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any like low level enemies that could really support that, especially in my homebrew world. But it doesn't matter.
I was about to say. Dragons. Dragon scale armor would be so much.
Well, I'm going to modify dragon armor. Yeah, like it's kind of weak in base game.
Huh.
But yeah, he presents to you some scale mail that's made from a variety of like animal sources, like some fish, some alligator, some from larger creatures. It's kind of looks hacked together, but it looks pretty sturdy in its defense. And that's 50 gold.
Okay.
50.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna say fuck you to this guy.
The other guy was a dick.
Okay.
And also, apparently, haggling just isn't a thing around here.
You demanded for him to take 5 gold off, and then got
No,
mad.
I said, can we take 5 gold off? I was like, just being...
And then he asked you why, and then you just got mad.
Because I said that, like, it's not that much of an improvement for me.
You insulted an armorer. Anyways,
Yeah, haggling.
you get your scale. So now your AC should be 16. Is there anything else you guys want to do the high hammer?
Can I warm my hands against a nice toasty hammer?
Are you cold?
As soon as you draw near to like one of the forges, they're like kind of like swat you away, like, hey, don't get near. Gonna like crush your finger or something.
Okay.
They don't do warhammers, do they?
They can make you a warhammer, but it's not
But
enchanted.
it wouldn't be a magic one.
Yeah, they don't do magic stuff.
Supposed to ask, aren't you getting a warhammer?
Well, I think Malcolm wanted to poison his warhammer, right?
Yeah, and I feel like I need to save my money for that. So can I find the dude who I talked to in the beginning and just relay my apologies once again?
To which dude? Catan?
No, the guy at Hot Hammer.
Oh yeah, as you guys like are leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's kind of like overlooking an operation of like forging a really nice looking sword, not paying much attention to you as you approach. What do you say? As he like grunts at you.
My friend, I kind of like almost get in his line of view. My friend, I apologize once again. Crazy situation. You know how it is.
I suppose.
Well,
I really don't know.
It was about a woman. It was this woman that was beautiful. If you ever saw her, you would understand. It was a woman who loved me very dearly. She died tragically, but I was doing what I was doing to help her.
I see. You paid for it, so I guess the grudge is done for the most part now. Just make sure it doesn't happen in the future.
You're a good man for understanding. I appreciate you.
Yeah, he gives you like a nod and then kind of looks back to the operation being worked on.
Are you sure you don't need the scone recipe? I have it here. I could maybe copy it down somewhere for you. I kind of get in his line of view again.
He kind of like pushes the other way, like so he can still see, and says, "Well, I don't need your scone recipe."
Lou shouts over, "We're not associated with him."
He's lying. No,
I assume you guys go to Catan next.
Yar.
I definitely am.
Okay, so you go to Catan's shop, who's also kind of in the center of the city, so it takes like no time at all. You walk in, and he's not there, but there is a bell on his desk.
Bing.
You hear some scrambling upstairs before he kind of comes down. You know, same as before, like big bags under his eyes, like his hair is kind of a mess. Not wearing like that nice of clothing, just like a basic shirt and pants. And comes down, looks over all you, and says, "Oh, it's you all. So how's it coming on the fine?"
Well, I brought it down to 5,000.
That's something.
Yes, it is. Thank you for noticing.
Well, I suppose if you all wanted to spend some coin here, maybe I could fully get over the annoyance I felt after what you all did.
Well, I didn't, to be fair, but that's fine.
We also didn't steal from the hammer shop.
What's that?
We also didn't steal from the hammer shop. Sorry, I'm in the other room.
But you didn't pay a fine for it, so...
All comes out in the wash.
He says, well, I guess I'll drop prices back to market if you guys are looking to spend a decent amount of gold today.
I'd say we certainly are. Put my hands on my hips and do a really goofy smile.
What are you all looking for?
A warhammer, ideally with poison.
Get the poison into people. That's how that works, right?
What was it?
Spikes, so the poison gets into people instead of just sitting on their skin.
Beautiful idea. Can we do that?
So it would be a warhammer of venom. It would have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls, and you can use an action to cause thick black poison to coat the weapon. The weapon remains coated for 1 minute or until an attack using this weapon hits until it hits a creature.
How often can I use that?
Not until the next dawn. So
I can use it once and then
once a day.
I have to, yeah. Worth it. How much?
Someone moving the mic around?
I don't know. That's on me. Yeah.
So it is a rare item and it will cost 5,000 sterling.
Can any of you
What was that?
help me out here?
That was my shock. Yes, help the person out who has passive income. Yeah, that's
I will pay you back with that passive income, of course.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe in that.
I'm afraid I'm all out of money.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm dry.
Can I interest you in a scone recipe, sir?
Scone recipe? Of what kind?
I think regular run-of-the-mill scones. They were excellent. They were fantastic, truly.
They're magical.
Okay.
Legendary
No, thanks.
stones.
Oh, well.
Have you tried one?
Well, I buy some at the local inn sometimes.
But you haven't had these. Let me tell you, this is worth at least 22,064 gold.
You see, he like scrunches up his lip and like it kind of furrows his brow a little bit and says, "Yeah, No.
I apologize for my friend. His head is not on straight.
Yeah, I've.
Keeps talking about this Dorgu person who I swear doesn't exist, and
You've met him once, briefly.
Yes, well,
Oh, you haven't actually. You haven't, Jax. Never mind. No, my bad.
I think I've determined that it's Jax's goal in life to just make Malgan think he's crazy.
just gaslight him.
Is there anything I can do as a member of the Kirkstein to relieve this financial penalty on
Just
of the
try
law?
it.
You could reduce my fine.
So you're saying it would be less than 5,000 should I reduce your fine even further?
Sure, I could take off some of the price.
How much of the price?
Let's say half.
That sounds pretty good to me. Well, I'll do my best.
All right. Does anyone else need anything?
Do you have any sort of anti-magic items? Would love to not have magic around me. If I need to use magic for that, then so be it.
He looks to you and says, I could create a small local field of anti-magic around you, but it might be out of my skill range. It's a quite potent power, you see, so I'm not confident I could make it, but if you're willing to gamble, I could try.
Oh, I'm not a gambling man. I'll pass. Thank you, though.
All right.
Thank you for being honest about your shortcomings.
Anybody else need anything?
I want to upgrade my sword.
You already paid him for that.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you, man. If I were to receive a Warhammer, a normal, average Warhammer, could I bring it to you to be enchanted to be poisonous?
I typically include the price of the weapon in my prices.
But should you not do that in this case?
He said I could remove 15 sterling from the price.
Excellent. Well, how much is the Warhammer at Hammer in Hand? Would I have known that? I didn't ask.
I don't think he asked. I mean, 15's like market price, market value.
For a Warhammer?
Yeah.
All right, well, I want a Warhammer, so I might go back there. Or Hot Hammer, sorry.
Okay.
Or could I go to Manic? He knows my face now. He doesn't
Why are
like
you
me. What?
Just talking to your cat or something. So, you want to get a Warhammer real quick?
I do.
So, are you going to Hot Hammer or are you going to Hammer in Hand?
Hot Hammer.
Okay, you go back there. He says, the younger looking dwarf comes up to you and says, oh, welcome back. What do you need?
A Warhammer. The
Yes,
best you have.
Yes, sir. And he goes and grabs a Warhammer that is kind of square. The head is square in shape, but kind of points out the center. So it's kind of a pointed tip. I don't think Warhammers have anything on the back. So yeah, that's what it looks like.
How much? It
He
looks great.
Yes, it's about 15 sterling.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Here it is, sir. 16 for your effort.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
All right,
Thank you.
mark that off your sheet, and you have a Warhammer.
Fucking finally, dude.
Are you trying to dual wield?
I just wanted a Warhammer, if I'm being honest. I'll buy the enchantment later.
Okay.
Right now, I think I'm dual wielding a longsword and the censer.
So if you looked at the rules I sent you, you can't without a feat.
Aha. Well, then I guess I'm
If you
just
want to
gonna
dual
use
wield, they have to
Warhammer.
both be light, unless you have a feat.
I think that the... Well, I'll figure that out prior to the next
Okay.
time we do combat, so... Anyway, I rejoined my friends,
Okay.
assuming I know where they are.
So while you're kind of apart from the group and kind of walking through the streets, you see a familiar hooded man walking your way,
How familiar.
wearing a familiar Renaissance blue cloak that is kind of like a coat more than robes, walking your way with his hands behind his back, giving a small but pleasant smile to you as he walks your way.
Is it Dorgu?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, this is like a man, a full-grown man.
Oh, not interested.
Doryu's not a man.
Not interested.
I recognize him, right?
Are you sure?
Roll a
Well, I
perception
don't
check.
know. Okay, yeah. This is scaring me. Jesus, bro.
Yeah, you see him.
That is 12. That's 12, actually.
Oh, 12. Yeah, you see him, and this is It looks like Lafayette.
Oh.
Oh, you should kind of just always assume somebody in a robe is Lafayette.
He kind of walks up to you and says, "Good day, Malcolm Fluff."
Good day, Lafayette.
Yes, well, it seems our dealings together has worked out well in the end. And, well, you seemed rather distressed during the entire thing, so I think it's only fair that we give you some recompense for your duties, for all you did for our group.
Yes, well, I graciously accept.
Good. Would you walk with me first?
No, I'm gonna get kidnapped.
Where to? Can I do a
Insight?
Hannah might have saved me, but can I do a perception check?
Are you trying to, like, get his vibe?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, insight.
Insight? Okay. Ooh, that is a 20. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm gonna be muted, but I can hear you.
Wow, okay. Is he back yet?
I mean, I think it takes longer than that to be. Oh, never
Not
mind. I guess
Depends.
You know me so well.
You look him over, and he seems to have a ominous aura to him.
An ominous aura? Alright.
You feel uneasy.
Before I do, let me get the rest of my group. They, too, partook in this greatness.
He looks at you and says, "No, they didn't help our group with the commitment you did. I wish to have a walk and a chat with you first."
Oh, God.
Well, let's do this right here.
All right. And he outstretches a hand with a coin purse in it.
It's in like full view of us.
You guys aren't here.
Alright, I take it.
Okay. You take it and you open it up, and it is full of 300 sterling.
I'm actually looking to buy a warhammer right now, an enchanted one. You think you could add another 0 onto this?
You see him kind of smile and give a small chuckle and says, "Unfortunately, even a group of my status does not have funds like that."
Shame. Well, I have this scone recipe. You sure you can't
Yes.
do it for that?
No, but I have found I quite enjoy the food that this city has to offer. In fact,
Right.
I've come to enjoy a great many things about this city, though I am a bit weary of its duke. He's a powerful man with a great deal of ambition.
He also has that pistol. It's crazy. One of my friends was actually shot by it. It apparently didn't go very well for him.
You see Lafayette like frowns and says, "Yes, I was shot too."
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were shot as well. Why were you shot again?
I found the city to be quite delightful. In fact, it's rather important to my group in many ways. It is a beacon of order, yet there's so much freedom here.
Exactly.
Any man can come and sell whatever goods they like and ascend the ladder of class, if they so choose.
Right. I agree completely. This city is a wonderful place.
And worth defending.
Yes, of course. Thank you for agreeing with me. Even my friends don't seem to completely agree with that. I'm warming up to this guy.
Like a man in his garden, weeding.
Sure. If that's the analogy you'd like to take as a dwarf, I don't know, but sure.
I'm glad you see it this way, Malgan.
I'm glad you see it this way, Lafayette. That's breath of fresh air. I can see why Ariel was so invested in your group.
Yeah,
She was a good woman.
it's a shame that she passed. But she did our organization a huge favor. One that we seek to repay as best we can.
I mean to ask you, Lafayette, did she ever mention me?
Roll a persuasion check.
Thing has continued.
How does it feel to have somebody have a crush on you, Jason?
Damn it. 9.
I'm dead. I don't care anymore.
You see, he kind of like looks to the ground and says, "Well, she never really mentioned you to me, but perhaps there was things she left unsaid."
I kind of shut down a little bit.
Well, I hope in the future our two groups can work well together. help one another when time demands.
Yeah, yes. Well, I hope so too.
And he gives you a nod and says, have a good day, Malgan.
You too, my good man.
And he begins to like slowly walk past you.
That was a nice exchange. I appreciated that. I'm sure had nothing sinister in mind whatsoever.
Are you walking away?
Oh.
By the way, whatever persuasion check or whatever check I got to determine that there's any kind of like deception going on, I have lost simply from that conversation alone.
Okay, so if you walk away without doing anything, you feel a cold bite in your lower back.
Ah. Ouch. Ouchie.
Ouch.
Is that it? Is that all that I feel?
You suffer 10 damage, and you need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Damn.
Lou is at the store just like regaling Catan with vampires.
Dude, we have great bar stories now.
Jesus, man. I am rolling like absolute shit right now.
8, yeah. You fall under the effects of a paralysis poison as you feel all your joints like
It's technically
tighten.
12, actually.
It's yeah, you still fail. As you feel your joints and ligaments tighten, and you feel like as you try to speak, your throat just all you can get out is like strained gurgles of noise as you freeze up. And you see Haffiat has you standing in a way that it looks like nothing is wrong with you, as he kind of bends down a little bit so he can whisper into your ear and says, betray us again and you'll feel our sting again, but far worse. As he like violently like pulls his dagger out from your back, wipes it off, and begins to walk away.
Did we betray him?
All right. Well, I mean, I can't say anything or do anything.
Yeah.
So.
After about 10 minutes, you're fine. And as the time passes, you see some guards kind of like walk by as you're like just frozen there, like, hey, you okay? Are you all right?
At this point, like when I'm finally freed, they do this.
No, while you're frozen.
Oh.
And they
So
kind of
all I can do is like.
it's like, you're like, oh god, what's wrong with this guy? Like someone get a healer. And after a few minutes, a Kirkstein comes and quickly purifies your veins of poison with Haffiat long gone.
I don't know what happened. I had a very pleasant conversation with the man. Suddenly, I find myself here. He said something to me about betrayal. I don't know. I appreciate the help, all of you. Thank you very much. I give a gold coin to each of them. How many are there?
Of guards?
Yeah.
I'm foul.
There's it started with 5, but like 10 of them are like around you now because like a squad pass.
How much money did I get? I got 300.
Yeah, 300 sterling.
All right. Yeah.
So you're giving out like 10 plus the Kirkstein, so 11.
There you go.
They all just like take it from you, like, oh, yeah, thank you.
Now, you
Of course,
buy
of course.
Warhammer?
Do you want a scone recipe?
You see the guards are like, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll take a scone recipe.
Let me write it down. And I just copy the recipe.
What paper do you have?
I have paper.
Do you carry paper?
I'm pretty sure I carry paper. That was one of my starting items, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Although I don't have it in my inventory. Shit. Do you have paper on you?
Guards like looking around like, no, I don't.
Memorize this. I hold it up.
Oh.
I need this.
The guards, the sergeants do pull out like a notepad. It's like, okay, I'll take this down.
They're delicious, I promise. I just had them this morning.
I'll take it. They write down and say, oh, well, sorry about what happened to you, sir. I hope it doesn't happen again in the future.
Thank you very much.
They
And I leave and
yeah, everybody tips their helmets to you and then let you go.
I regroup with my compatriots.
With your back wound healed.
Yeah. Is it healed? Am I max health now?
Yeah, you're fine. You're back to health because the Kirkstein healed you. But you do have like blood that like is dried that like trickled down your pants.
All right, so I group up with them and you won't believe what just happened. Yeah, I mean, are they at the bar now or where are they?
Still talking with Catan, right?
For like an hour?
I don't know. know. Did we?
I know Malgan left the group, and then I think you guys were out at Catan's, but you guys could have gone somewhere else in the meantime.
I never finished up. I didn't
Oh,
give my order.
what do you want?
The sword.
I told you you already paid for it.
Oh, okay. Is it not done yet?
Well, it takes 20 days, I think.
Okay. Well, all right then.
Sorry, he's not an artificer.
Super quick.
Can't,
Pow, pow, pow.
can't make stuff in 2 days.
All right. So to the bar.
To the bar. Which one are you going to?
Responsible night, right?
Oh, that's an inn, but yeah, they serve booze.
It's our place.
All right. You go to the responsible night, and you walk in with the tapestry that Lou gave to the lady hanging
Yay.
in the hall now. It's a little too big for the area, and the very base of it kind of curls up at the bottom, but
Did she like it?
she hung it up, and she
Loves it.
Well, then that's all that matters.
yeah, and she is kind of like staring at it as you guys come in and says, "Oh, hello. It's been some time. How are all of you?"
All right.
Not too bad.
Oh, well, that's good. That's very good. Are y'all looking for your previous rooms? I think they might be filled, but after all you did at the Elms, I'm sure I can make some room for all of you.
Probably just any room's good. You don't need the exact same ones.
Are we allowed to spend the night here?
No.
Mm.
The guards kind of like walk up and like, "Hey, yeah, you guys are kind of still stuck at the house." So
Oh, dang it. Thought we were done with that. All right. Well, I guess we're just here for drinks.
all right. What do you all want?
Strongest booze you've got.
All right. And what can I get for the rest of you?
Nice beer. A pint.
She looks to the dwarf and the half elf, and what can I get both of you?
Am I there yet?
Yeah. You walk in as they're like sitting down to get drinks.
Strongest ale you have. And a scone if you have one.
I asked for a very specific desert drink that they probably don't have.
Okay. She kind of looks at you strangely and says, "I have beer."
I take the beer.
Okay. She leaves into the back for a second, then she brings back 2 beers. She brings you like a honey scone
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
and some. It's not ale, but it's like a sweeter honey beer. And she brings Jack some absinthe.
Sweet.
She kind of like is looking at it like disgusted, but then hands it to you.
Thank you, my lady.
She says that'll be about 10 silver for everything.
I'll foot the tab this time, people.
10 shillings,
Yay.
I should say.
I pass over 10. I pass over 15 shillings
She says, "Oh, thank you, sir. Very appreciated."
for all the good times that you've provided us via the rooms.
I'm glad I could. For heroes like all of you.
You know us.
Yes, everyone's
Yes.
heard about what happened in Elms. You saved the Duke's life.
Excellent. Well, that's us. Friends. We did that.
Don't embarrass us. This is the one place that we call home. Do not embarrass us.
Malvin, where have you been?
Listen, you wouldn't believe this.
I don't.
All right, well. Lafayette, you know him. Do you know him?
Yeah.
He came up to me. We had a cheerful conversation, truly. One of the best I've ever had. I swear, I like him more than I like some of you, if not all of you. After that conversation, I was convinced we were going to be good friends. Just after he gave me a pouch of a multitude of sterlings, he stabbed me. It paralyzed me in the street.
He stabbed you?
Yeah, he stabbed me. Look, there's blood on me still.
Are you sure that wasn't just another person who was mad at you?
Perhaps so. It makes no sense that after such a good conversation, he would stab me. And there are many people who dislike me, but I'm sure of it. He even said something about betraying us. It was frustrating.
What? Why didn't we betray him?
Oh, I did. I told the Kirkstein about them almost immediately.
Oh, yeah, you weren't supposed to do that.
Well, yes, but after that, I wouldn't have.
Is your goal just to ruin our reputation with everybody? Because it seems like that's what you're accomplishing right now.
Listen, I knew you for all of a day at that point.
You didn't know me at all. I was in prison.
Well, I was speaking to them. And exactly my point, my good man. I didn't know you. I wouldn't have betrayed you had I known. I was a man of the Kirkstein. You forgive me, I understand. But the point being that the man had a very pleasant conversation with me, only to stab me.
How far would you say Jax is into his absence at this point?
Do a con save.
Did you want a shot or did you want like a full cup?
I want a full cup. I want to get rid of that stress.
I would say you've drinking like a third so far, so roll a constitution save.
I rolled a 12.
You're pretty tipsy.
Alright, I'm not full-blown drunk. I'm not looking for a fight. Jax just shuts up.
Truly infuriating, though. I am shocked, to say the least. Yes, I betrayed the man, but so what? Bygones be bygones. Listen, if anything, we're even now, but still frustrating, no? Does no one agree? Boy, you agree with me.
Happened.
You did help us get Jax out of prison.
Exactly. I'm surprised they gave me money though, so I guess all is well that ends well. I'm fine. The Kirkstein healed me for free. I gave them a scone recipe. It was excellent. Speaking of which, this scone is excellent as well. Never had scones prior to this.
I'm sure you can get the recipe for this one too.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with the first one for now. I'm going to learn it, but good idea.
You can have 2 scone recipes instead of 1.
I need to master the first before I try my hand at 2.
Can I whisper to the bartender and say the next say I'll give you money if the next scone you give him is foul, and we'll make him never want a scone again.
Okay, roll a stealth check to see.
Oh, I'm at disadvantage. That's not fair. Would I have my shield actively out to be disadvantaged? Is that how that works?
Yeah, don't roll disadvantage for this.
17.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you lean in and give like a solid whisper. And what's Malgin's passive perception?
No, 13.
So yeah.
Or wisdom is in the sense of the addition to wisdom, right? Not like
Yeah, the
base.
modifier.
Yeah, okay, so then 13.
So yeah, Jax leans in and she kind of looks at you and hears it, and she says, she kind of like whispers back like, how much we talking?
10 gold.
10 gold, okay. You slide it over to her and she says, her brows like shoot up, says, yes sir. She kind of leaves into the back, and then comes back with a same beer as before for Malgin, but Malgin can roll a, do you think you'd be looking for this?
I mean, honestly, probably not.
I mean, yeah, if you're not actively looking for it, then you just get a second drink, really. She says,
Oh, you mean actively looking for an additional scone, or actively be looking for deception?
for your drink being spiked with something.
I thought it was the scone being
I want the
spiked.
scone to be disgusting.
Oh, you want the scone to be disgusting? Okay. Yeah. She brings you a second scone.
Malgin's excited to start eating it.
Oh no.
You bite into it and you taste this really vile, like kind of mushy but also dry in parts,
like a
filling.
With a hot pocket in a microwave, like that's what
Kinda.
I'm assuming yeah.
And you see that the bartender kind of like, before you do this, she kind of like runs to the back and hides. Like,
I noticed that.
yeah, you wouldn't notice that she's like hiding. You just see her like quickly scurry off to the back.
Okay, so is there a way I can avoid not wanting scones forever, or is it like a done deal?
Go ahead and roll an investigation before you bite into it.
Fuck me, dude. Like, this is payback for the vampire for sure. That is a flat 7.
Yeah, she puts out the scone and it looks a-okay. Nothing wrong with it.
So, but meaning like I bite into this, I eat it, I'm horrified.
Yeah, as soon as you bite into it, it's disgusting.
Can I continue to eat scones after this, or is it like this is it?
This
is
might
over?
scar you for a while.
Fuck. Could it at least encourage me to want to make scones? Because that was my whole follow-up to this.
Sure, yeah. I mean, like,
Okay.
you could taste this one and be like, this is the worst scone I've ever, like, I could do better than this.
Okay, all right.
I feel like at the end,
I feel like at the end of D&D for us, there's gonna be those like roll credits at the end of bad like 90s movies, and it's just gonna say that like Malgan started a scone business.
Yeah, exactly.
Started a bakery.
It's just gonna be like record scratch, like me puking from the scone. Yup, that's me.
Jax walks over to Malgan, who is gagging, and says, consider us even. You ruined our reputation with the town. I ruined your reputation with scones.
What are you
Is that
talking
even?
about? The town loves us. Look at them. They all appreciate us. She even knew who we were. I'm like coughing up bits of this fucking
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah, one of our greatest insiders think we betrayed them.
They gave me 300 gold. What are you talking
And
about?
stabbed you in the back.
Okay, I was healed for free. I'll gladly take it.
You can see from the bitten into scone now has like this dark brown filling.
Oh God! Why would you do this? This is cruel.
So it was funny.
Well, a good jest. That's what friends do. You know,
But we're not friends.
I must admit, you three are the first friends I've ever had.
We're not friends.
I'm your friend. So long as you stop calling me boy.
Very well.
I only tolerate you
My
because you're
friend.
useful to me sometimes.
Thank you.
Oh God.
I put my arm around Lou and I'm like, he is a man, a full-grown man, and we are friends.
Thank you. We are friends.
Aha!
Lou is like a whole pint in right now.
Buy him another on me, and I
Huzzah!
recompense for that.
Jax, roll another con save if you're still drinking your drink.
Oh boy. 20.
Oh,
Loser.
okay.
We should play a song to celebrate.
How much is Lou's drink?
Can I summon the bartender and say everything's okay now?
Yeah, she kind of peeks around the like back quarter, yeah, and she nods and kind of comes back, but kind of like stays away from Melgan.
And a great
Yeah, she should
Great job
continue to
today.
do that, if I'm being honest. Malgan's upset with her almost more than Jax.
do not take it out on her.
She's
But
my
she
friend too.
was the one to do it.
But she's
Because
my
I
friend
paid her.
too.
So, payment or no, it's a cruel thing to do.
But she's my
Actually,
friend
that is
too.
Don't talk to me about morality.
Well then, my friend, I shall not say anything. I say that to Lou.
Thank you. In fact, I'm gonna get the real scone recipe and we can launch competing scone businesses.
That's an excellent... This man is an
Why don't you do it
entrepreneur.
together? You can be Malgan and Sons.
How about
Malgan and friends.
yeah?
This is working out far too well.
Way too kumbaya for me.
This is like a sitcom, like a bad sitcom.
All right, so you guys just drink for the night.
I get drunk with my friends.
Okay. Eventually, the guards try to escort you back.
Can we fight them?
Do you want to fight them?
No.
So it turns out Ophelia gets water legs or whatever when she drinks. So she's 7 feet tall and can't stand up straight.
Just timber.
Malgan holds her up. He's trying to befriend everyone here.
Malgan isn't like you can support her like just above the knees.
I mean, I can I'm strong. I could just kind of hold my whole body up.
I'm like noodling over
Physically
him.
doing it, but obviously no one can see me, but I'm like holding my whole body up, like holding her and walking forward.
So did that bar scene count as a short rest for the purpose of removing stress?
Here's like the hiccup with stress, like when you're not in like a dungeon, like in town just chilling out, it takes a full day of like doing downtime stuff to get rid of 5 at a time. So yes, you can get rid of 5 because you guys had a pretty chill day.
So I have to actively carry a bunch of alcohol on me if I want to reduce my stress in a dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds dependent.
Oh, I will absolutely be dependent. I've seen things in prison.
It's meant to, like dealing with those rules are supposed to be like quick and dirty, and they're not supposed to be like morally correct.
In my other campaign, I like announced myself as an alcoholic, like character when the game started, and they've made that like a part of the game.
You have to roll for Constitution all the time.
Yeah, like every like certain amount of time I have to roll it. And I have to have alcohol on me or else I'll withdraw.
Well, you guys get drunk in like the middle of the day. Well,
I feel like Malgin is putting up an incoherent fight to the guards when they ask us to leave.
they're like trying to like shuffle, like bending down a little bit and like shuffling you out. Like, come on, you're wasted, buddy. We gotta get you back.
And I like to kind of move in the same direction, but at the same time I'm like grumbling, like
Just
saying
like
that.
one guard turns to the other and is like, I thought dwarves could handle their alcohol.
Malgin is Malgin's white. Is all I'll say.
He's a white dwarf.
Yeah.
So they get you back to the house you guys have been staying at, and you guys go to bed early, I guess, and then wake up early the next morning. Everybody roll con saves.
It's for a hangover.
Yeah, this is for hangover check.
Oh, I'm hungover. That's a nat 1.
Oh shit,
Jax
dude.
His head is pounding. Malgin's head is pounding. Lou's feeling pretty good. And Ophelia feels...
Lou's still very drunk.
Lou's still drunk. And Ophelia's like has a bit of a headache, but is fine for the most part. Feeling mostly just really dehydrated.
Dehydrated queen.
You all get up the next morning.
IRL.
Mostly because you guys hear a knocking at the door.
Going back to bed.
The gods are God is punishing me for my indulgences. And I meld into stone to avoid the sound of the...
Okay, I guess I go open the door. I'll go open the door.
You open the door. You see a kind of fancier dressed man in like a really nice tunic, and kind of like another like nice piece of cloth like over top that with and it's all kind of like a flamboyant color. As he has this like curly blonde hair, as he looks upon you and says, "Oh yes, are you Ophelia? And is there a Lou here?"
Lou.
Hi.
Stop yelling.
Lou's in the corner using your gem for making food.
If you want to roll a d20 for that.
Can you gem me up some toast, please?
Let's see.
X is very cranky when he is
Average looking breakfast spread apparates in a bright light. It's got some sausage, it's got some eggs, it's got some toast. None of it looks like amazing. Maybe it's like from a local inn or something, but
Does it have scones?
it does not have a scone.
God damn it.
Oh, Lou, can I have some of that toast?
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, man. Does that help at all?
With your hangover? No, not at all. Your head is pounding.
I don't know if I'm getting out of bed today, guys.
He then, the guy at the door then says, well, you all seem in a precocious situation, so I will just hand this to you and be on my way. And he hands you some envelopes.
I open it.
Okay, you take them, and the guy, you don't close the door or anything, so the guy's kind of just like, oh, I guess I'll leave. He walks away. And you find that one envelope is marked with Ophelia's name, one is marked for Lou's name, and then you find one marked for the sewer inspectors.
Yeah!
Oh, no.
It's official.
Which do you guys open first?
I'm still in stone. Like, I'm waiting for the noise to stop.
I'm gonna open mine.
Okay, you open yours, and you read it. It says, "Dear Miss Monstera, you have been cordially invited to attend the Academy Arcanum at your earliest convenience. We would be most pleased to begin your process of consideration and registration to be inducted into the Academy. If you so choose to not join the Academy, then we would ask that you report to the Kirkstein to properly inform them of all your magical capabilities and proceed to never cast magic within the Breton territories ever again. For the security of the duchy and the advancement of magic, duly, Kerstad O'Bron."
Ophelia is conflicted over her hatred for authority, but her love for learning.
Is that the president?
Wait, is this the academy? Can I meet the president of the academy of the college?
This is not the college, this is the Academy Arcanum.
Oh.
Is it the
Okay,
president?
well, I'm down. I'm down to go to school.
You guys still have other
We
mail?
need to get that man's class funded.
You guys have other mail to open.
Let's open up the sewer inspector.
Lou opens his, and it says the same thing as what Ophelia just read.
What? They don't freaking know what I can do.
You blatantly casted a ton of magic at the elves.
Oh, right.
And now that you're drunk, can you roll a 6 wild magic rolls for me?
Boy.
Jesus. Oh God, thank God I'm in stone.
So right now it's 1. If you roll 1, it's surge.
Just a
He doesn't turn
D20.
green again or whatever color he was.
So you're good, so roll 1 more. You're still
Fine.
good, so roll 1 more. So you're currently at 3, so you're good, so roll 1 more.
4, 2, 5. How many? 6?
6, yeah.
Oh,
You're gonna have a surge. Go ahead and roll a D100.
Mommy.
42.
He's having such a great morning too.
You turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn. While you're a
That way,
plant, while a plant, you're incapacitated, have vulnerabilities to all damage. If you drop to 0 hit points, your pot breaks and your form reverts. So you're a potted plant right now. While Lou is drunkenly like opening his mail, you see a flash of violent light as his form is compacted down into a potted plant, a tulip.
Ah, fuck. He's a plant again.
Lou thinks in his plant language, I should probably attend this academy.
Does anybody have Dispel Magic?
I do, but I'm in stone and drunk and hungover.
Not listening.
Malgan! Malgan!
Old stones.
I probably hear this at this point, and I like.
I'm gonna start stomping on stones and kicking stones.
I'm gonna say that.
Malgan!
I like
Malcolm, the
unveil
plant
from the
again.
stone, like in her foot, and just I like say very begrudgingly, like, "Make the noise stop."
I'll stop yelling if you cast Dispel Magic on Lou.
I just cast it, like as quickly as I possibly can, and then re-assimilate with the stone.
Okay. And so Lou's form reverts.
I hate when it happens.
Lou, what's up with that?
It just
Don't-
happens
I
sometimes.
don't think Jax noticed any of that.
You're so drunk.
I'm tired.
Oh yeah. The guards outside though, they heard the commotion. They're kind of like looking through the windows right now, like, "Hey, what's going on there?"
Nothing.
Lou just had an episode, but we're good.
Well, you guys have one more piece of mail.
Sewer inspectors.
Still don't agree to that name.
You open up and it reads sewer inspectors, or whatever name you would like to uphold that wouldn't cause me pain to utter. Your presence at the Duke's Hall is requested at your immediate convenience. It's just this like very short, simple letter.
Let's go.
Great.
Actually, Jax doesn't say that. Jax doesn't want to go anywhere today.
Can this wait a little bit? Also, are we sure we like the Duke?
You did
It's
shoot.
alright.
Did shoot Jax. I think that's a good point to end for the session for tonight, though.
Okay. Got a lot done.
Yep.
It was a sleepy episode, I guess.
Shopping.
I'll throw some combat at you guys to get things excited again. Next time. But,
I had a lot of fun with that one,
yeah, I got stabbed.
and I got a scone recipe.
Yes. From a dude.
Which one's more
or not a
exciting?
Duke, but Baron.
Yeah, and the scone recipe was way more exciting.
Sorry for poisoning you.
I mean, hey, like, all's fair that, you know.
Malkin ate a dung pie.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, she filled it with shit.
It
Ew.
was like 11 gold, so to be fair, like,
Yeah, she was willing to do anything.
yeah.
There's a lot of gold.
Sterling.
Thankfully, Malgan has forgotten it due to being overdrunk.
I had to match the frivolous spending that Malgan did by giving a gold each to all of the guards. Or sterling each to all of the guards.
Dude, I gave that, and then I also gave gold to the blacksmith place. And then the other thing I was going to do was I was going to give Dorgu all of my like proceedings from the past month.
That'd be nice.
Well, he didn't accept it.
He didn't know it was, you know, so
Seems he was out with someone else.
He snoozed and he loosed.
Oh god, this someone else. That's the part that worries Malgan.
He's a squire. Like, he can just be freely taken from to serve whoever.
Malgan's gonna have a new rival.
It's Hermes.
Oh hell yeah, Hermes. Actually, Hermes is Malgan's boy, so I mean that's, or at least that's what Malgan thinks.
I'm surprised you guys didn't want to see the vampire, but that's
That'll be next ramp.
yeah. Do you guys want to play again next week since we took so long off, or?
I'm down.
Nice. How about everyone else?
Yes, but might have to play by ear.
Okay.
That's better for me than playing the week after.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
Yeah. Because the week after, I have a lot going on at work, so it'd be better for me to play next week.
Okay.
The other issue is the week following. So the week of the 9th, if we play on the 9th, I'm fine. But I can't play the 10th.
Okay. Good to know.
Next week for sure, or at least we'll try to, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, that sounds good. So this was a slower session, but the Duke will give you guys stuff to do, so you should pick up in
Okay, no worries.
See y'all next week then.
Bye.
Making dinner, so whoever's left, I am unable to end the call.
It's just me. Oh, no, there's just.
Would you like some DM ASMR?
Yes, definitely.
I don't know.
That's exactly what I needed.
Okay, so I'm creating this rival party for you guys. One's a
Oh boy.
divination wizard.
Stop.
One's a divination wizard. One is a cleric.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh, there's a
hate that.
rival party? That's actually sick. We're gonna, like, compete.
They're gonna compete with you guys, and then they're all gonna gain a bunch of stress and die. And I think that'll be a lot of fun.